My name's Liam Gellert, and as of recording this, I am 18 years old. I've been on self-improvement for 5 years, since year 8. That was the COVID-19 lockdowns, that's when it started. That was a sad time for me because there was no social interactions. It was a pretty shit time. I became shy. Since year 8, I'm like, I need to have a change. I picked up self-improvement. The first person that I originally got it off, he was pretty shit. It was like a 5-minute video. He would promote his scented candles for half the time, so you wouldn't really get much out of the actual video. So I ended up going out of that sad period better than I actually went in. I learned a lot of stuff on self-improvement, a lot of stuff that I can teach. I've learned also a lot more in that 5-year period. I never really got the best grades in high school. I would always be maybe middle of the class, maybe 50-60% on a task. And then when it came to remote learning, that really fucked me up because I was playing video games all day and then wouldn't understand the task because I would leave the Google Meet and just play video games, focus on that. And then when it came to it, I would have to quickly read over the Google Docs one day before it needed to be turned in, and would do a shit job, not even the job that it was supposed to be. I would do bare minimum, it would be so bad. At the end of year 11, I actually dropped out of school because I knew I didn't want to do year 12. I wanted to work on a marketing agency that I had started, and I knew that I didn't want to go to university, so I didn't want to do year 12. And I ended up dropping out at the end of year 11. I remember the conversation talking to my mum. I was driving and it was a pretty uncomfortable conversation. I almost didn't say it, but I'm glad I actually did, because then I would have been stuck. I would have been trapped. I don't think I would have, honestly, I probably would have been pushed into a university degree that I wouldn't want, because I wanted to do business. I feel like they probably would have pushed me into a business degree or something, which you don't need. It's just a piece of paper. And honestly, the prices of the degrees are going up every year, and they're becoming less and less rare because more and more people are getting them each year. When I dropped out, I had no job, no source of income, which honestly, I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have dropped out when I had some income, but the only problem is that if I had gone year 12 and had no income and was waiting until some income, I probably would have had to put the whole business on pause for another year. And then, well, like I said, I could have gone to university, which would have stopped it pretty much altogether. Because if I was going to go to year 12, I would be studying, I'd be doing homework and all that shit, and I would have no more time for actual business work. Maybe on the weekends, but that's not really that much. I knew I didn't want to go to university because I don't want to do a regular 9-to-5 job with a miserable life. I mean, sure, people are enjoying their job, but it does get repetitive after years. And honestly, I want to be free. I want to be able to go wherever I want, buy whatever I want, do whatever I want. And a business is a way for me to do that. I always knew I wanted to do a business. When I was young, I remember thinking, those guys have got cool cars, I want a cool car, how do I get one? And there was like a business. That was when I was in primary school, maybe I was 9 years old or something. I didn't realise that I would be starting it at age 17, 18. I thought it would have been something more down the line. Leaving school, I had no job, no sense of income. And I had maybe, I think in my bank when I dropped out, I had 1.4k, which I ended up spending on my business. I've been doing my business for 9 months almost now. The first 6 was outreach. I didn't get much luck from that. And I also bought tech that would show me and get me leads, which nothing really came out of that. It was just a waste of money. And then the past 3 months, I have been doing Facebook ads. That has been working well for me. I bunch of calls. Only problem is I didn't realise that at the moment, but my sales was really shit. I had a really shit script. I just recently redid it, and I've had one call and I got that to a sales call, so that's been going good so far. But because I had no income, no job, and the money that had saved up, that got all spent on my business, and there was multiple times where I ran out of money. Sometimes I would have like I remember $3.43 in my account once. I had not much money, and sometimes I would work with my dad kind of rarely, a couple times a year, maybe sometimes dad's friend I would work with, maybe if I worked with him maybe 3 days, and also there was a couple little ways that I got money, like I cleaned like 2,000 reclaimed bricks and I got paid for that. Also I cleaned out my uncle's shed, I got paid for that as well, and also did babysitting, and also birthdays and Christmas I got money, so that all got put towards my business. I've learned a lot over the 5 years, actually self-improvement, a lot of stuff that I can teach and stuff that I've learned. I was gonna wait till I had 3 clients and then make this YouTube channel and do some videos for it, but I'm like, well, starting is the hardest part. For me, my business starting was the hardest part. I had wanted to do it since I was about to turn 17. I was committed to starting to do that. I was learning it all, and then I didn't start for maybe a year. I didn't grow up in the most richest family or go to the most prestigious schools. My parents were, my mum is a teacher and my father is a carpenter. I hope to retire them soon. I hope to retire my mum this year, 2025. That's one of my goals. 2025 is going to be the year that I'm locking in right now. As of the moment, it's January the 5th at 8:50 p.m. That's one of my goals, to retire my mum, because she's been very supportive of my business journey, and also hope to retire my father later on as well. I never grew up in a massive mansion. I was never really like super poverty. I never had to worry about my next meal, but we weren't the richest people. Oftentimes I would hear my mum saying, oh, we can't afford that, or you gotta wait till I get paid. We never had a bunch of money to expend. I've been running my business so far off my MacBook that I got from school. Well, it's one of the ones that you get to keep, but it's a MacBook Air, and it sounds like it's gonna explode because I've got a bunch of tabs open which I need for my business and writing notes and Zoom calls and stuff, but it sounds like it's about to explode. The fan is very loud and it's on like 24/7. Like I said, 2025, I'm cutting out all the distractions, going fully in my business. Also, we'll be doing more of this. I'm recording this all now because I know that I'm going to be big on YouTube, and also will be rich and have businesses, and I will be teaching people self-improvement and also business stuff. I've learned a lot of stuff that people can use and I can teach, and I wanna post and kind of vlog my way from making no money to making a lot of money, and showing people that it can be done, how you can do it, and also what it was like for me. Short-term pain for a long-term gain.